Java and Lombok Island. Bali Island is also commonly referred to Island of Thousand Temples and Island of God and Bali Dwipa. Bali also has several small islands are also included in the province of Bali, including the stand of Nusa Penida, Nusa Lembangan Island, Nusa Ceningan Island, Serangan Island, and Menjangan Island. The capital of Bali is Denpasar, located in the south of the island, and the island of Bali is recovered as world tourism destination for unique art and culture.
Bali was inhabited by around 2000 BC by Austronesian peoples who migrated originally from Taiwan to Marimis, Southeast Asia. Culturally and linguistically, the Balians are closely related to the people of the Indonesia archipelago, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Oceania. Stone tools dating from his time have been found near the village in the island in ancient Bali.
The first European contact with Bali is thought to have been made 1585, when a Portuguese ship foundered off the Bukit Peninsula and left a few Portuguese in the service of Dewa Agung. In 1597, the Dutch explorer Cornelius the Houseman arrived at Bali, and with the establishment of the Dutch East India Company in 1602. Dutch political and economic control over Bali began in the 1814s on the island north coast when the Dutch pitted various distrustful Balinese realms against each other. In the late 1819s, struggles between Balinese kingdom and the island sought when exploited by the Dutch to increase the control.
The Dutch mounted large naval and ground assault at the Sanur in 1906 and were met by the thousands of members of the royal and their followers who fought against the superior Dutch force in suicidal puputan defensive assault rather than face the humiliation of surrender. Despite Dutch demands for surrender, an estimated 1,000 Balinese marched to their death against the invaders in the Dutch invasion in Bali, which is 1906. A similar massacre occurred in the face of a Dutch assault in Klungkung. Afterward, the Dutch governors were able to exercise administrative control over the island, but local control over religion and culture generally remained intact. Dutch rule over Bali came later and was never as well established as in other parts of Indonesia, such Java and
In the 1930s, anthropologist Margaret Mead and George Bateson and artist Miguel Cobarus and musicologist Pauline Mispi created a Western image of Bali and excited land of estate at peace with themselves and nature. And Western tourists was developed on the island. Imperial Japan occupied Bali during World War II. Bali Island was not originally a target in their Netherlands East Indies campaign, but as the airfield on Borneo were inoperative due to have rains, the Imperial Japan's army decided to occupy Bali, which did not suffer from the comparable weather.
The island had regular Royal Netherlands East Indies Army troops. The West Army are native of Srian from Prajoda. consisting of about 600 native soldiers and several Dutch male officers under command of male Lieutenant Colonel Rodenburg on 19 February 1942. The Japanese force landed near the town of Sadr. The island was quickly Balinese military officer Gusti Ngurah Rai formed a Balinese Freedom Army. The lack of institutional change from the theme of the school, over and the harshness of war to question made Japanese rule leader than the Dutch war. Following Japan's Pacific surrender in August 1945, the Dutch promptly returned to Indonesia, including Bali, immediately to restate their pre-war colonial administration.
This was resisted by the Balinese rebel now using Japanese weapons. On 20 November 1960, the Battle of Marga was fought in Tabanan in central Bali. Colonel Gusti Ngurah Rai, by the 29 years old, finally landed his forces in central Bali. At Marga, Rana, where the Madea succeeded attack on the heavily armed Dutch, the Balinese battalion was assisted by outbreaking the last were of the Balinese military resistance in 1960. The Dutch considered Bali as one of the 30 administrative districts of the newly proclaimed state of Indonesia, a rival state of the Republic Indonesia, which was state of Republic of Indonesia, which was proclamation and headed by Sukarno and Mohatta. Bali was included in the Republic of United States when the Netherlands recording Indonesian independence on 29 December 1049.
The population of Indonesia island and predominantly Muslim, about 90%. The island of Bali is an exception where 83% of its people identify as Hindu, about 1.7% of the total Indonesian population. Upon independence from the Dutch colonial rule, the 1945 Constitution of Indonesia granted the freedom of religion to all its citizens. The minority Balinese Hindu adapted presented in a form to be politically eligible for the status of the Indonesia government as one of official religions present in Bali.
Hindu influence reached the Indonesia archipelago as early as 1st century. Historical evidence and unclear about the different process of culture and spiritual ideas from India. Java legend refer to Saka era. 378 AD stories from the Mahabharata epic have been raised in Indonesia island to 1st century. Whose Persian mirror thus found in Southeast India Peninsula region. The Japanese force work Tantu Pagelaran of the 14th century, which is a collection and ancient palace art and craft of Indian, essentially uses Sanskrit word. India, determinants and religion concept. similar Asian candies expanded in Java and Western Indonesia island. As Asian inscriptions, so as the exemplary Canggal inscription discovered in Indonesia, confirmed with the spread adoption of Sivalingam iconography. His companion goddess Parvati, God Ganesha, Visa, Brahma, Arjuna, and other Hindu deities by about the middle to late first millennium AD. Ancient China's record of Pahin on his return voyage from Ceylon to China in from 114 mention to School of Indonesian in Java. While Chinese document from 18th century refer to Hindu kingdom of King Sanjaya as holding, calling it exceedingly wealthy. Much is after the deal leaving his brother Laksmana behind with strict instruction to protect Sita. References after drawing a magic circle on the ground and telling Sita that she should not under circumstance step outside the circle.
The violence ended the Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms and communities in many of the islands of Indonesia. In other cases, Hindus and Buddhists left and contracted as communication in East Island that the cult differed. Hindus of Western Java moved east and then to the island of Indonesia, of Bali and the neighboring small island. The starting balance Hinduism while this era of religious conflict and inter-sultan war was unfolding and new power centers were attempting to consolidate regions under control. European colonizing effort.
Dan archipelago was soon dominated by the Dutch colonial empire. The Dutch colonial empire helped prevent inter-religious conflict, and it slowly began the process of exciting, understand, and perceiving Indonesian ancient Hindu-Buddhist cultural foundation, particularly in Java and western island of Indonesia.
Upon independence from the Dutch colonial rule, Article 29 of the 1945 Constitution of Indonesia granted the freedom of religion to all its citizens. And in 1952, States Michael Picard, the Indonesian Ministry of Religion, came under the control of Islamists who severely constrained an acceptable definition of a religion. To be able as an official Indonesian religion, the ministry defined religion as one that monotheistic has coveted religious law, process, a prophet, and a holy book amongst other requirements.
Balinese Hindu were declared as people without a religion and available to be converted. Balinese Hindu disagree that debates, adapts, and declared their form of Hinduism to be monotheistic, and the present in the from to be elevated from the statute of agama. Under the 1952 amended article to accompany this, the Balinese Hindu indicated a series of the student and cultural exchange in the TAFE between Bali and India helped formulate the core principle behind Balinese Hinduism. In particular, the political self-determined movement in Bali in mid-1915s led to the joint petition of 1958, which the made Indonesian government recognized Hindu drama. This joint petition called the following Sanskrit mantra from the Hindu scriptures.
Bali became the only part of Indonesia to remain predominantly Hindu. The population of the island of the east coast of Bali are also mostly Hindu, and there are Hindu villages scattered near the eastern shore of Java.
Okay, as a Kecak dance performer is supported by some very important factors. And in the Kecak dance performer present the dance as an introduction the story. Of course, vital music accompany the dance movement. But in the Kecak dance, the music generated from a combination sound of member of Chak, which were about 50 or 70 people. All of them will make music in a cappella. A person will act as a leader who gives the tone early. Someone else acting as a superstar in a chain of pressure, high or low tone. Someone else acting as a solo singer, and someone else will act as a mastermind behind that to deliver the story. The dance in the Kecak dance motion should not follow the movement of the dance accompanied with the gamelan. So in the Kecak dance, this gesture of the dance is more relaxed because the main priority in the storyline and the sound mix.
What makes the Kecak special is that the accompanying music is provided by the human voice. The gamelan suara, a choir of 100 men or more sitting in soundtrack cycle, swaying, stand up, laying prone as the story develops. Amongst the swaying mass, the voice of the storyteller can be heard telling the unfolding tale.
The story is a fragment from the Ramayana, the Hindu epic, which finds its expression in many forms, not only in dance, but also in painting and carving. Prince Rama, heir to the throne of the kingdom of Ayodhya, and his wife Sita have been banished from the kingdom by King Dasarasta as a result of trickery by Rama's stepmother.
His brother Laksmana behind with strict instruction to protect Sita. Differences after drawing a magic circle on the ground and telling Sita that she should not under circumstance step on said. When Sita thinks she heard a cry for help from Rama, she forced Laksmana to go after Rama by increasing him up according, and he goes to help Rama with Sita left alone in the forest. Forest become an easy prey to the trickery of Ravana, who has adjacent himself has on all Paris and begs Sita from some food as the is cold and hungry. Sita falls for his trick. She steps inside the circle to give the old priest some food, and Ravana grabs her and takes to her palace.
Once back in his palace in Alenka, Ravana tries everything he can to seduce Sita with hot Anila. In the palace of Alenka, Sita poured out her abode, her cool fed to Ravana. Needs Trijata, when Hanuman appears, telling her that he is Rama, and void and proving it by showing her Rama's ring. Sita gives Hanuman appear to show she is still alive and send
came back to Rama with a message to come to her rescue.
In the meantime, Rama and Laksamana, accompanied by Chwalan, are wandering in the forest looking for Sita when Meghanada. Rahwana soon appears and engages Rama and Laksamana in battle. Meghanada uses his magic powers and shoots off an arrow which magically turns into a dragon which overpowers Rama and Laksamana, and they are thrust up in ropes.
The bird Garuda, king of all the birds, a good friend of King Dasarata, has observed trouble Rama is in from high up in the sky and come to the rescue, freeing the brothers from the ropes. Rama and Laksamana continue on their way to rescue Sita and are joined by Sugriwa, king of the monkeys, and his monkeys army.
End of the Ramayana come to earth, and with the battle between Sugriwa and his monkey army and Meghanada and his diamond army with the defeat of Meghanada.
Thank you. Balinese culture was story influenced by India, China, and particularly Hindu culture beginning around the 1st century AD. The name Bali Diva, Bali Islam, has been deciphered from voice in inscription including the bronze pillar inscription read by Sri Kasari Wardamadi in 940 and mentioning Walid Diva. It was during this time that the complete irrigation system Sebuah was developed toward rise. Some religious and cultural traditional still in existed today can be traced back to this period. 1903 1520 one system Java founded in Balinese Colliery in 1343 when Emperor Delisnite was an education of intel culture, artists, party and musical from Java to Bali in the 15th culture.